This video is sponsored by Warhammer Skulls. Hello everyone, and the celebrations for Warhammer Skulls still continue. And our lovely friends at Games Workshop asked me which of the new titles was I most surprised about. Now, Dark Heresy really was a big surprise for me, so I want to talk about Dark Heresy today in this video. We're going to talk about the reveal. We're also going to look at the developer interview because I'm really curious about this. You know, they're still working on Rogue Trader, but now they've got another title in the works. This is really exciting. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So Dark Heresy is going to be the next full CRPG from Owlcat Games, and this one is proving to be making a lot of waves. After their first effort with Rogue Trader, a game that's still going to receive ongoing support in the form of new DLCs and patches, don't you worry about that, Rogue Trader is not going anywhere. Owlcat are showing their confidence and also their dedication to the setting by creating another title. The big reason why this is very exciting too is because it is confirmed that we're going to be seeing some Nightlords. So Dark Heresy's website is live now, it'll be linked in the description below, and we do have a bunch of information that we can talk about there. The first thing is about the game. Embrace the role of an Inquisitor in a grim-dark CRPG set in the Warhammer 40k universe. Investigate heresy, command a diverse warband, and shape the fate of the Imperium in a story-rich experience where every decision has weight. Be the conduit of the Emperor's will in a place where all hope was lost decades ago, justice is ruthless, and the line between salvation and damnation is razor thin. Explore the mysteries of a maddening tyrant star, and overcome the worst horrors thrown at you by the long night. So this is pretty cool. We've been able to see a few work-in-progress development footage there, which is absolutely awesome. A lot of Kroot too. I'm a big fan of Kroot, I did say in a previous video. It's a small introduction, and of course they're going to be sharing more information as time continues, but it's absolutely awesome because that's something that I'm hoping to see, you know, being able to fall to chaos. I like evil playthroughs in CRPGs. Well, in most RPGs. You should really see how I play Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Some of my group see me as a liability more than anything else. Now, story-wise, I have complete confidence with Owlcat. The story for Rogue Trader has been very good, so I don't have that many questions regarding it. I'm just hoping that we get some information as time progresses, but that's kinda going to happen anyway. Now we do get a little bit more information regarding gameplay. You are not alone in the darkness. Every inquisitorial warband is unique, and yours is no exception. Ranging from loyal Imperial subjects such as a veteran guardsman from the death world of Catachan, which, oh god, that takes me back. Catachan models were some of the ones I painted when I was like 6 years old or something. To nefarious Xenos, including a bird-like Kroot mercenary. Big plus for me. The fact that you're going to be able to have a Kroot in your faction is going to be super cool. I love the idea of Kroot, especially with the recent model update that they've gotten on the tabletop. Believe me, the only reason that I'm not jumping into a full Kroot army at the moment is because I'm trying to get my old world armies done. Each and every one of them offers a distinct gameplay and new perspective on the story with fully voiced dialogues. It has been confirmed, yes, that the game is going to be fully voiced. However, the player character will not be fully voiced, which obviously makes sense. I'm super pumped up for this. One of the things that I did say with Rogue Trader was I wished it was either fully voiced or not voiced at all, because it's just how I play games, right? The idea of fully voiced dialogue, the whole game being voiced barring your character, is going to be really good for immersion, especially since Owlcat have been doing tremendous work when selecting voice actors for their titles. Good voice acting is very important for immersion in a Warhammer title. I guarantee that some of you will think about, say, Total War Warhammer 1 or Dawn of War 1 and remember iconic voice lines from those games. And we have a lot of information regarding the companions. So the Inquisition demands acolytes who rise above fear, doubt, and weakness. Only the strongest minds can endure this soul-crushing burden without succumbing to madness, unless you give me access to the game and yeah, I'm gonna go for madness. So, we do have a character here, I'm very likely butchering her name, Ipionis Spes, an acolyte of the Inquisition and one of the top Medicae specialists in the Tarantine Cabal. She has earned her place in the ranks of the Holy Inquisition with her outstanding intellect and her drive to serve humanity flawlessly. whether in the Chirrigan's theatre or at the scene of a mystifying crime. Acolyte Spess's cold analytical thinking and vast knowledge make her indispensable. In combat, her razor-sharp scalpel claws allow Ipione to defend herself effectively, and the unique fast-acting compounds in her combat injectors are enough to get even severely wounded comrades back on their feet. So it's a little bit of lore, but it also pretty much tells you how to expect her in-game. She's going to be decent at melee, and she's going to be very, very good at healing. This type of stuff is very good context. We don't know when this game is coming out, but we are already getting pretty detailed introductions. The next character is Hamar Devos, an acolyte of the Inquisition and a combat specialist in military operations in the harshest of environments. A member of the illustrious Astra Militarum regiment from the death world of Catachan, Hamar has stared into death's open maw many times over, and each time found the way to survive. He's a veteran of numerous battles, and has managed to transfer his knowledge and skills from the jungles of Catachan to the concrete jungles of the Hive Cities, making him an essential asset for operations in the most dangerous corners of the Imperium. In battle, Acolyte Devos relies on high-speed weapons capable of turning the battlefield into a deadly trap, as well as his formidable Catachan knife. So we can see him with a lasgun. Traps is going to be kind of interesting. I guess he's going to be able to do a lot of trapping and so on. I mean, that's expected from someone who's living in Catachan for a while. You know, the devils there are kind of terrifying. At the time of recording this video, there are 5 known companions, including an Ogryn, a Kroot mercenary, and an Eldari corsair, all of which their details can be found in a link to the Dark Heresy website in the description below. I do imagine an educated guess could say that if DLCs do get done for Dark Heresy, which I imagine so, people like the DLC content when it includes story, we could see more companions in the future. But already we're getting a decent amount of different types of companions, which is great. A diverse cast is very important when it comes to CRPGs, and it's also important to remember lore-wise, the Inquisitors are given a higher degree of authority, and they're able to hire mercenaries such as the Kroot should they so need to. At the time of recording this video, there is no release date just yet, but they do have some founder packs. This is what they did with Rogue Trader, where you're able to purchase a collector's edition, which includes a rather large Kroot statue. Not gonna lie, I'm very tempted by that, with a bunch of digital content and also a printed novella by Aaron Dembski-Bowden, alongside some other goodies like the collector's box, the art book, and so on. Or there are some digital packs. The core digital pack, which will give you a copy of the game, beta access, and a Discord role. Then you've got the premium version, which has the digital art books, the soundtrack, naming credits, and so on. And finally, the developer's digital pack, which gets you a little bit more goodies there. You can see them all on the website. So this is if you want to support the developers in their project, as people did with Rogue Trader. I myself did buy a supporter pack for that before. Now, I don't imagine it will be too long until we start seeing more detailed info dumps. If I remember correctly, it was pretty consistent when it came to Rogue Trader, so an educated guess would say that it's going to be the same here. I'm quite excited for this one. I've always really enjoyed the Nightlords in terms of lore, so being able to see them in-game in some way, shape, or form is going to be really, really curious. I hope that we get to fight a few of them. That's a big thing for me. I like the idea of just, you know, fighting some Nightlords, fighting some Chaos. And again, hopefully there's a pathway to fall to Chaos. But let me know what you guys think about Dark Heresy in the comments below. There's going to be a link to the Dark Heresy website there, so if you want to check out more information, if you want to check out more, I'd suggest checking up, if you're interested in this title, checking out that website every now and then, because they will add information there as time progresses and when they're able to. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.